Thanks for tuning in. In this video, I'll teach you what to look for to avoid being sextorted, give tips on how to deal with the crime, and so much more. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. Stick around. Let's get into it. Sextortion has become a pressing issue on social media, and Instagram is not immune to this problem. With its widespread use among young adults and teenagers, the app has become an attractive target for online predators seeking to take advantage of vulnerable individuals. Sextortion entails using intimate photos or videos as leverage to extort money or other benefits from victims. The ramifications can be severe, and those targeted may feel trapped and alone. This video will delve into how to handle sextortion on Instagram, what to watch for, and what measures you can take to safeguard yourself. First, here are a few things that can help you separate a real account from a fake account on Instagram. Check their profile picture. Does it look like a real person or a stock photo? If you can, screenshot it and run it through Google Photos to see if it matches other images found online. If it does, you're likely dealing with a scammer or catfish account. Take a look at their tagged photos and comments. If they are a real person with real friends, you will see plenty of interactions here. If they don't have any comments or tagged photos, you are likely talking to the profile of a scammer. Look at their follower count. If an account has very few followers but seem to be following tons of other accounts, they're likely up to no good. Follower numbers aren't the best gauge for spotting a scammer, but the numbers do tell a story. If they're following 2,000 people and only have 5 people following them, ask yourself, why is that? Do they have a story posted? Is it the same person in the images on their profile? Pay close attention to these kinds of details. Most scam accounts hardly post stories, but when they do, they are usually enticing and provocative, begging the viewer to strike up a conversation. Don't fall for it. Check their bio. Is it filled with random letters or numbers and emojis that don't seem to mean anything? Or strange quotes about religion, philanthropy, or giving back? Does it say to follow them on another account, like Snapchat? Does it include their Cash App or Venmo handle? These are generally red flags, so pay close attention. And check if they have a blue verified badge next to their name. This means that they are a verified account and are likely who they say they are. However, still proceed with caution because it is not uncommon for verified accounts to be stolen and used for illicit activities on Instagram. Most importantly, think about what they're asking you. If a random account adds you and starts asking for help or sending you strange links, you should probably block them. And this also goes for your friends. If someone you know starts sending you strange messages, contact them on a different platform and ask if everything's okay. Fake Instagram accounts often feature the photos of attractive models and people flaunting cash, luxury goods, and sports cars. But never forget the golden rule of fraud prevention. If it seems too good to be true, it probably is. It will always be in your best interest to reverse image search the content that they are sharing. That's a lot of information, but stay tuned for more valuable tips on how to get out of a scammer's trap. If all of these areas check out and you do begin communicating, it's important to recognize these other red flags or signs that you may be the target of sextortion on Instagram. Being asked to send nude or explicit photos or videos. Receiving threatening messages or demands for money in exchange for not sending that intimate content. Being asked to perform sexual acts on camera or sometimes in person. And receiving messages from someone claiming to have compromising material on you, even if you've never shared anything intimate. If you experience any of these warning signs, it is important to take action to protect yourself. So, what happens if you miss these warning signs and fall victim? Don't feel ashamed if you fall victim to an Instagram sextortion scam, as they're becoming more prevalent and increasingly difficult to detect. These scammers will fabricate a fake user profile that appears authentic and send numerous friend requests to users. They will then engage in flirtatious conversation with these accounts until they can convince someone to chat with them. And this is when the trap is set. The scammer will gain your trust by pretending to be interested in you and gradually lead you to share sexually suggestive content. Now, once they've obtained your private images or videos, they will drop the pretense and demand payment in exchange for not posting your content online. They'll threaten to reveal your personal information, including your address, workplace, or school, and send screenshots of you to your friends list. The pressure to comply with their demands is immense, and it's challenging not to take their threats seriously. If you find yourself being blackmailed, you may feel lost and unsure of what to do next. Your initial reaction might be to block the perpetrator and hope that they'll just go away. However, this is unlikely to work. Once you're being sextorted on Instagram, it's tough to escape your attacker's clutches. Sextortionists create numerous fake Instagram accounts, each with a different fake identity, which they use to lure in victims. If you block them, they'll simply switch to another account and continue their pursuit. They've nothing but time and determination. They will come back again and again. And if you find yourself a victim of sextortion on Instagram, it's essential to take immediate action to protect yourself. Now, here are some steps that you can take. Report it to the police. Contact your local law enforcement agency and report the crime. Even if they can't stop the criminal, having the crime documented is essential. Change your Instagram password and enable two-factor authentication. This will help protect your account from future attacks. Unfriend the scammer's account. By unfriending them, you'll prevent them from seeing your content, your location, and your chat history. However, they may still be able to message you if you do accept another message request. Now, report the scammer to Instagram. This may not guarantee immediate results, but it's still a necessary step to take. And report the scammer to the Internet Crime Complaint Center, or IC3. This partnership between the FBI and the National White Collar Crime Center accepts complaints about internet-related crimes, including sextortion. And this step will document the crime and could lead to the prosecution of the scammer. And finally, get outside help. There's no shame in seeking help when you're being blackmailed or extorted online. Reach out to trusted adults, law enforcement, or support groups for assistance. You can also contact us here at Digital Investigation for help in gathering evidence and protecting yourself from further harm. To protect yourself from sextortion on Instagram, consider taking these following steps. Be careful who you add as a friend. Only add people you know and trust to your friends list on Instagram. Avoid accepting friend requests from strangers or individuals who seem suspicious. Think before you share. Avoid sharing intimate photos or videos online, even with people you trust. Remember that once you share something online, you lose control of it, and it can be challenging to remove it. Report suspicious behavior. If you receive messages that make you uncomfortable, or if someone asks you to share intimate photos or videos, report them to Instagram. You can also report the behavior to law enforcement if you feel threatened. Use your privacy settings. Instagram has several privacy settings that allow you to control who can see your content. Use these settings to restrict who can view your post and who can contact you. And finally, seek support. If you're a victim of sextortion, seek support from friends, family, or a support group. And remember that you are not alone and help is available. In conclusion, sextortion on Instagram is a serious problem that can have devastating consequences for victims. By being aware of the warning signs and taking steps to protect yourself, you can reduce your risk of becoming a victim. If you do experience sextortion, seek help and support from law enforcement and trusted experts like us here at Digital Investigation. And remember, you are not alone in this fight. Thanks for watching, and until next time, stay safe out there.